ignore my crazy hair because I've just got to Wilderness Reserve and oh, I'm overwhelmed. You could tell by the way I look. We've just got to our room and my name is on the mirrors with Fairfax and Favour. Oh my gosh, this is just such a treat. We've got little hampers. Ooh, little scarf in there. We've got the Norfolk Natural Living Company. Oh yes, tomato and vine leaf. Oh my gosh, a little hamper there for Ali and I, then a little hold-all, and then we even have some very, very snazzy outerwear. Ali's actually picked this one himself. This is like a sort of tweed overcoat. But this is where we're going to be sleeping because we have got the whole of the walled garden and the little greenhouse here, if you remember this from my shoot for the Fairfax and Favour collaboration. And we have got glorious sunshine. There is verbena taking over the garden. It's a little bit blue out here at the moment. There's still some flowers, which is such a treat. It looks absolutely exquisite. They're just tidying up. We're a little bit early because there are some guests that are going to arrive a bit earlier and I wanted to make sure that I was here. So we've just driven from Norfolk all the way here. Yes, we did go and view the property, by the way, and I'm so excited. I think we might have found a property. I honestly think we have. But anyway, that's not the point. We've got our lovely little room. This is the room I stayed in last time. I feel like it's like more homely this time. I think maybe they must have moved more furniture in to make it a bit cozier. I don't know. Feels it. It's lovely here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I need to go find him though. I don't know where he's gone. Okay, so the lighting isn't great, but it's not every day that you get to film your outfit in a mirror that says Fairfax and Favour and Lydia Millen. There are also Fairfax and Favour and Lydia Millen branded defenders that I did not know about. So that is rather cool, if you ask me. But I am dressed and ready for the evening. I'm sorry you can't see much of my outfit, but hopefully you'll see a little bit more of it later. I'm wearing a brown sort of taffeta skirt from Karen Millen. There is a pocket somewhere, but it is so poofy that I can't find the pocket. Oh, there we go. Little pockaroo. And then I've popped it with a little H&M knitted grey marl polo shirt. I'm going to try and hide. Yeah, there we go. You can see a bit better. And then I'm wearing with it my little Town and Country micro top handle. All the girlies are here and we should be starting the celebrations very soon. I did also want to say it's a very, very small group of people that we've invited and it was very, very like considered and it was lovely actually. I felt like I was almost like 10 years old again and planning my birthday party, and I was like, oh, I want new faces, but I also want people I know, I want people that I have fun with, but people that I want to get to know and that kind of thing. And what has been really lovely is like the list was like the list, and so there's one person that was supposed to be here that sadly because of work commitments, and I understand that in her industry it's like you just can't. Jo Good was supposed to be here, and because she wasn't able to come, there was no backup basically. Who was invited, and that's how it's happened. And so Carrie has been able to just stay at the house with everyone because it's kind of like a big girly sleepover. But we are obviously sadly going to be missing Jo Good. But lots of lovely girls here, girls that you know, girls that you will love just as much as I do, and I'm just very, very excited. So I'm going to go and head out and celebrate because I actually haven't properly celebrated the launch of this yet, which just feels nuts. I think the girls were thinking the same thing, like, Lydia, this is nuts that you haven't celebrated it yet. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. So we're going to head out now. I'm sat next to Louise.
Hello, hello to you.
I'm the luckiest girl in the world because Louise doesn't often come to events like this, so I know how much this is.
I'm usually a miserable hag. Hang on, let me just...
Do you put it here with my water?
I'm not really a sociable soul. I'm sort of a miserable old hag. No, you're not. You're not. But I've written you a letter and I've used one of my... If you follow me, you know that I'm a sticker enthusiast. I've given her one of a good sticker. That's a good word.
I love it because I'm actually wearing that jumper today.
It's very Lydia.
I was wearing that jumper today.
What a nice box of buttons.
I'm the queen of like the wrong tripod.
Yes, I love that.
Okay.
It's not emotional, it's just more functional.
It's a functional card, it's not an emotional one. I love it. It's very beautiful.
Well, you know, I'm a classy gal.
This is so lovely. Oh my god, it's got your name on it.
Special paper.
Yeah, so you gave me the special sticker.
Given you must. It's a special night, isn't that cheers? Okay, you can have some. I'm very glad that you're here. Very, very glad. I'm glad that you're here too.
I feel like I'm doing my groom speech again, so I'm married. But on behalf of our team, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to this truly special occasion. Today marks not just the celebratory launch event of our Town and Country collection, but the beginning of a very exciting journey. I want to take a moment to thank the incredible team. Your hard work, creativity and dedication are what has made tonight possible. And finally, I want to give a very special thank you to both Lydia and Carrie. Lydia, your talent and dedication to design this collection has really shone through. The design team have been so impressed with your attention to detail and the passion you brought to this collaboration. It's been such a joy to work with you both, and we are so proud to celebrate this collection after nearly 2 years of sketching, planning, prototypes, meetings, tweaking and sampling. The success of the first drop, which sold out in 15 minutes, is testament to the authenticity of this collaboration. And for anyone who's wondering, we actually ordered 3 times more than we usually would for our first drop. So thank you all so much for being here to celebrate with us. To Lydia for her beautiful work, to our team for making this possible, and to each of you for sharing this very special moment with us. So cheers to us all, I think. Cheers! Cheers, 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 cheers.
Oh, love you. Cheers. Oh my God, I love this. From my self-branded mirror. It was a late night last night and I was so wired. I did not sleep very well at all. I was having so much fun and it's just so lovely to have so many people here that I was just totally overstimulated and didn't sleep. But my outfit of the day, please ignore my dress from last night, which is there. I am wearing Fairfax and Favour mahogany Regina boots. I have Purdy jeans on and a Purdy silk shirt with a vintage scarf, Jennifer Bear earrings, and of course, my Fairfax and Favour Town and Country clutch. I am going to head down for breakfast now, a little bit later because I also had to do some work. But heading for breakfast, we're going to go on a walk of the grounds today and have a little bit of a conservation nature walk. Just keeping it really chilled. I didn't put together an itinerary that was really back to back. I've been on a lot of press trips and I find that especially when you get taken to beautiful places, it's almost like you feel torn between participating and seeing this beautiful place that you likely will not experience before or haven't experienced before, sorry. And so I just really wanted everyone to be able to go out, walk around in nature. If they want to take pictures, which I know a lot of creators want to do, they can. If not, they can just chill and relax. So that is the port of call for today. I am heading down to breakfast.
Gorge. Happy? Do you want to have a look? Let's start myself. Really well. Yeah, really well. Yeah, no. Perfect. I'm giving proper show and tell school energy. If you're showing your outfit, okay, but starting at the back. Okay. Yeah. Just make sure everybody's right. If they said let's start our girls, they couldn't film it. I'm going to film it and then you tell me if you're okay with the light because it's quite dark over here. I'll do 3, 2, 1. Oh, so cute!
Nonsense, a nuisance.
Go then. It is so lovely. The Fairfax and Favour team are currently setting up lunch in the walled garden, and we are all just out shooting content and just having a lovely time because it's so pretty. Like, all of the architecture here is so pretty, and all of the girls are over here taking lots of pictures, and I'm going to see if they want to come to the main house to shoot up there and get some pics and some videos. The girlies are coming to the main house, and the Fairfax and Favour team told me that they were going to brand the defenders, and so I was thinking that the defenders were going to have Fairfax and Favour on them, obviously. And then they showed me a picture yesterday and they were like, Fairfax and Favour and Lydia Millen. I was like, shut the front door, I need this on my defender, I need it. Looks so good. I'll show you it now. That is the coolest thing I have ever seen. So cool.
I can't cook, Laura, that you've brought this basket. This is so cool. Stunning tan micro handle bag by the Fairfax and Favour and Lydia Millen collection, and along with this I have paired it with the mahogany flat Regina boots.
Oh, this looks like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, you look like a girl band.
Tweed girls. We are the Tweedy girls. I know, let you get
Bewitched.
We could get a video where you're kind of all behind each other in a line, and you go like that, and then pick me, and then the next one.
Yes, yeah. Can we do that for your one?
Ready?
Got the catwalk for Alex.
It's a little bit of a quiet time of day for wildlife. So although there'll be lots of lovely sort of pollinators around, butterflies, dragonflies, bees, wasps, hornets, we're not going to probably see we're not going to see as much of the big stuff like the sort of badgers, the deer, and the foxes. But for example, first thing in the morning we'll have otters on the lake most mornings, kingfishers, birds like the kingfisher. So fingers crossed we'll see some of those things.
So we've just been shooting with the girls at the main house, which was so lovely. We got to get a few little pictures together, although some of the girls were missing. Jordan was getting ready and so was Louise. They were having breakfast. And now we are heading out on a nature walk with the men who are entrusted with sort of advising and rewilding the estate here at Wilderness, and I'm really looking forward to this, and I just love that we've been able to take the girls out to like learn a little bit more, and just it feels like the perfect little evergreen walk to finish what has been a very, very lovely trip, and very, very chilled as well, which is just the dream. And everyone's outfits are just such the dream. They've really all gone all out, which makes me really happy.
We've got a fun fact for you.
It's a weird place to start a nature walk, but there is a reason. There is a reason why we've stopped here briefly. So.
The reason is a man.
The reason is
fantastic man, David Attenborough. Now, these tennis balls, they didn't used to be yellow. David Attenborough, he has put his name to many different things. He funded Monty Python and all sorts of stuff. But one of his best additions is the colour of a tennis ball.
So
originally
on telly.
They were exactly. Well, that's my fact.
Yeah, Louise.
Blend in with the lines, blend in with the sky. They're very hard to see. Entirely David Attenborough's fault. The tennis ball yellow.
He worked in TV like when it was just starting out, so it's still black and white, obviously. And when TV transitioned into colour, he realised he couldn't see the old ball. That's kind of just said. So
What colour was the old ball? White.
it was white, yeah, I believe.
Blend into the sky, blend into the lines. Could not be seen on telly very well. Near the top, and then on the left side, there's a little pile of sticks. That very exciting thing to look at is actually a red kite nest. So red kite's been one of the largest birds of prey in the UK, and they were on a massive decline in previous years. But with a lot of effort from a lot of different counties across the UK, their population has soared. And in some areas, they're now compared to seagulls in their popularity. So very, very well done on that one. The population is bolstered properly.
Now, this is complete chance on my arm. This is nature coming to us.
Are they copulating?
Good question. Actually, it could look like that. This is actually
Cuddling.
this never happened before. No,
Sorry, what is it?
So it's a robber fly, and I don't know what the smaller one is, but they're predators, and that fly has basically caught that poor little fly.
Oh, they're not copulating.
On my arm.
Oh no.
Look, can you see that? It's pretty gross.
Dark, dreary bit now. It's not a very happy fact, but there's something called the windshield effect. You might have noticed when you were younger, every time you drive everywhere, your windshield is covered in bugs. You have to scrape them off at the end of every drive. But these days, 2, maybe 3. This is not good news. Insect population, specifically flying insect population, has decreased 78% since 1970. To put this into perspective with the numbers, the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs killed 65% of the dinosaurs.
Wow.
So it's not good news, funnily enough. And insects are the bottom layer of basically every ecosystem on the planet. If they disappear, everything else collapses. So it's vitally, vitally important that we continue to bolster the habitats in which they like to live. As you said the other day, build it and they will come. Ecology is all about building the foundation so that animals can live there in the first place. It's all well and good having a stick and plaster fix, like feeding the birds over winter, but if the plants that are there to feed the birds aren't there, the population's not going to do well.
Can I say that I think this might be a bit of a compliment then, because this is the buggiest place I've ever stayed in my life.
You're not the first to say that.
Yeah, like my room last night, buggy.
It's a blessing and a
Really
curse.
buggy.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Is that why people build those bug hotels?
Exactly.
And they're good, like just put one in your garden and it helps.
Everyone please
Really,
do.
exactly
Because
right.
it's the destruction of habitat that's caused the decline. Especially things like woodland and wetland and wildflower meadow. These places, they've dropped like 90% in the past few decades, and without them, we don't have any food.
So pollinate all of that.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, of course.
So yeah, respect your bugs, take your spiders outside, don't squash them.
So this is a holly bush. So the Christmas cards, classic sort of red berries, spiky leaves as you'd expect, like all down here. You know, this is what we think holly looks like. But it only needs to grow back spiky where it's basically grazed or stressed. So if you cut it or if a deer nibbles it, it grows back spiky. But when you look higher up, the leaves are completely smooth on holly. So if anyone ever asks you, now you know.
That's an unstressed leaf, and that's a stressed leaf.
There we go.
So it's why they're always spiky in your gardens, because everyone trims back their hedges every year, and it stresses the tree out, and the tree gets defective.
Underground in this woodland, there's in an ancient woodland, for example, you get all of these amazing like filaments. It's like spaghetti, and that's the fungi, the mycorrhizal fungi connections underground. So you're going to see loads of mushrooms over the next couple of months. This is like mushroom season, foraging season.
Is that the mycelium?
It's exactly mycelium.
Got you.
Exactly, the mycelial network. And it's, yeah, like I say, all of these strands, and they mine minerals in the soil, and they feed those minerals to the tree via these roots. And the tree is making its own sugar from the sunlight and water and whatever else, and it's giving the fungi the sugar. So it's like a two-way exchange. But when you see the mushrooms, we might see some in here. When you look at a mushroom, that's like it's less than 2% of the entire organism. It's like the flower, which pops up and releases a load of spores so the mushrooms can spread. But that mushroom is only less than 2% of the whole organism.
I know there's good mushrooms and bad mushrooms, and you don't want to ever mix them up.
No, absolutely. There's an old wives' tale that if you put one of these on your windowsill, you won't get spiders in your room.
Yeah, is that true?
Whether or not it's true, I don't know. I live my life with these just sat everywhere, but I still get spiders.
Anna's just been showing off her little ladybird. So cute.
And it's flown.
Oh no!
the way, isn't it?
They always do.
Tobin's enjoying her bird watching. Nature Tobin.
Very good spot. That's a nice idea, actually.
Yeah.
But aren't you supposed to talk to trees?
Well,
Or the trees talk to each other? Oh.
Come in really close. Come in
Yeah.
really close. Come in. All right, come gather round, spread around the tree. This tree here has come a long way. It was planted here in 1827. This is a Californian redwood, specifically a grand sequoia. It's one of the tallest trees in Suffolk. It's top 10 tallest trees. This is about 35 metres tall. And the reason I've got you to get so close to the tree is because I want you to feel it. I want you to come and squish this tree. Lean into it. Very spongy. So this tree, that squishiness is a defence mechanism against wildfire. It's got a layer of insulation.
Oh wow.
We've all seen on the news these Californian wildfires ripping through the grasslands.
Yeah.
California is not meant to be grasslands. It's meant to be big wood. It's meant to be giant wooden forests. But it was all cut down during the gold rush to make homes, make everything else, and they've stripped it barren. This is an evergreen tree, so it does create sap, and that's it oozing out there. And yeah, most of America was built off the back of this tree.
We've just paused. Again, this is a veteran oak, so it's about 250 or 300. So this has been in this parkland for years. But we're, on the side of it, just down here, there's a species of mushroom, fungi, so again the flower. And this is called a beefsteak fungus.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
And you can see, these are edible, but you can see how sort of, it looks like the fibres of beef. It's really weird. But anyway, that's a saprophilic fungus which grows on sort of dead and decaying wood. In the hole behind Connor's head, there's some more.
Close. There's a big one right here.
They do.
So
If you
one of the easy ways to identify it is it bleeds. So look at this one here. It's covered in goo.
Why does it bleed? Is that from animal? Oh wow.
It comes from the mushroom itself. And so if I was to cut that mushroom in half right now and squeeze it, it would look like a fresh cooked steak.
Wow.
And you can cook it just like steak.
So is it sort of like a vegan alternative that people
Often
can forage?
these days, yeah, absolutely.
Wow. That's incredible. I have to say, we have absolutely lucked out with the weather. I had no idea it was going to be like this, but we've got the most spectacular autumn sunshine in the walled garden, and the ladies have just been working on the tablescape, and it is so gorgeous. Look at this. This is like the perfect autumn garden party, and we've got all the flowers out. This is so lovely. This is where we've all been staying. So we've got rooms in the glass house here, and then we also have the little cottage down the side. And it's just basically been like a really lovely girly sleepover with nature and wine. Good morning, everyone. I am wearing my glasses today because I very much want to ensure that everything is detracted from my eyes. I have a day of errands. I got back from Suffolk late last night. It actually wasn't late at all, but I think it just felt late because I'd had way too much fun and not enough sleep. I really did I worked myself up. I'd had such a great evening that I just couldn't go to sleep when it was time to go to sleep. So I think I ended up getting to sleep at about 3 o'clock. So last night I went to bed at about 8:30. I had to cancel my PT session this morning because I needed to sleep. And now I am up. Just a day of errands today, so it's not like a really strenuous day, but it's just running bits and bobs. So first things first, I'm going to feed my sourdough starters, both Mrs. Patmore and Daisy, and then I'm rushing out the door because I have a dress that I need to have altered for tomorrow, which sort of slipped the net a little bit. So that needs to be taken in because tomorrow I'm going to the opera for the first time in my life. I'll tell you more about that later. And then after I've taken the dress in, I need to head to Marlow because I'm having the first step in my dental journey. And I'll tell you more about that as well. First things first, we are going to feed these. Just get them nice and fed up. Aren't we all fed up? For baking, we'll start with mine. Still all looking very good and dandy, so that makes me happy. Righty-ho. Water. A little juggaroo of water. So we're going to get 30 grams into here. Wonderful. Tear. I have to say, I've got these spatulas from Amazon, these little silicone tiny spatulas, and Carrie found them and I think that they are bloomin' helpful. Perfectamundo. Give that a stir. And when I'm giving my starter a good mix, I like to just really make sure that I'm keeping the sides as clean as possible. I think that was one of the issues that I had with my previous starter, was that it all got a little bit cakey in there, so I will be changing jars every so often, I think. And that's looking good. Let that mix up. She says, getting a globule on the side of the WEC jar. Fan-bloody-tastic. Oh my God, I'm exhausted. I had way too much fun at the weekend and my body cannot cope. Carrie's ill. If I don't follow suit, it will be a miracle. Right, that one is going in there, like so. Now, this one. Mrs. Powell. Should we do 30 grams? And give Mrs. Patmore a good old stir. Voila. Now this will unlikely be a perfect loaf because my timings will all be off today because I am running here, there and everywhere, but we shall leave Daisy and Mrs. Patmore to do their thing. Voila. Oh, goodness me. I've got everything packed and you can't even see me. Right, car is loaded up. I am now heading to...
Des is in water, so Des, what made you pick up the phone?
A little bit of LBC there. We are now heading to the alterations place, dress in tow, and then from there, heading straight to Marlow. I'm out of breath and I haven't even done anything, but I'm good to go. Okay, let's go. Okay, the dress has been dropped off. I look really shiny because I've just been walking around Northampton on a mission. The dress has been dropped off. It's going to be done in 2 hours. Neither myself nor Carrie nor my assistant are available to go and pick it up, so we're going to have to taxi it to my house, the things we have to do for it to be ready for tomorrow. I am now heading to Marlow to my bespoke smile appointment with Dr. Sam Jethwa, although I think this is actually going to be my appointment with Lydia. Lydia I have followed on Instagram for such a long time, and she is going to be conducting my braces and my Invisalign, which is the first step in this process. They are incredible. They've been incredibly patient and malleable to my sensitivities. And the main reason that I'm doing this is to just improve my smile. The main reason that you will ever see me looking at myself in the viewfinder is because of these two teeth here. I think that they are getting worse and worse, and it is getting to the point where it's all I can like focus on. It's like, have you got a tooth missing, Lydia? And I haven't. The tooth is very much there. I just want to push it back a little bit, but we're taking things gently and slowly, and hopefully it will get my teeth to a really good place where I'm happy with, because I'm still umming and ahhing about the next phase of this treatment. And like I said, they're being super, like they're tailor making this to me and just being really, really malleable in the fact that I don't know quite yet how far I want to take my teeth with this, but yet they're so supportive and helpful throughout. So I'm going to head to my first appointment with, I believe it's Lydia, but it's under the care of Dr. Sam Jethwa, who is a fellow Rickmansworth chap, which is so funny. I think he actually probably lives quite near my brother, and I believe his wife watches my videos, and it's just a funny turn of events. But he's a really, really good egg, and he's got some really good plans for my teeth. So before I sweat to death, I'm going to get the engine on and head to Marlow. Every single tooth has these figures and these numbers, and they have those kind of values for both the crown of the tooth and also, do you see they change slightly the root of the tooth? So I have 4 sets of these numbers to analyse and look at and tweak and adjust. Wow, that would make my head spin. It does mine a bit. But just to make sure that we're moving everything correctly. So lots of planning does go into it, and it's definitely not kind of just taking what Invisalign suggests and the algorithm suggests. So in your case, Lydia, we are aiming to tuck in this tooth on the top. So if we have a look at your top teeth here, you can see that one on the top on the left-hand side. It's just sticking out slightly and we want to neaten things up. And then on the bottom, we can see, this is your main concern, that when you smile and talk, especially talking to camera, you notice that it almost seems like you're missing a tooth there because of this step here. So we have planned just 5 weeks of aligners,
to get from here to here. And what you'll see on the top is that we are tucking in this tooth here to get that really nice even curve around the front.
Yeah.
And then on the bottom, we're tucking that canine in, but the area where we see most change is if we look at the lowers on its own, we're kind of leveling this slant slightly. So it tucks in. After 5 weeks, we're going to have another look and see how you're feeling about everything and how you've been getting on with the aligners, because I know that you don't want to wear them for a huge amount of time. So we have some extra aligners where we can just push that canine in slightly more. And we've really tailored the plan to you, so we've reduced the amount of buttons on the teeth. We are asking the aligners to do quite a lot. We've taken away a few of the things that can help it move quicker, and this is by no means completely comprehensive, but what we've done is we've focused in on the 2 areas that bother you the most, and we're trying to correct them in a reasonable time frame in a way that kind of fits in with your life and your work and everything around that.
Amazing.
The final thing we talked about was the width of the smile. So you can see at the start we have slightly narrow arch form here, and what we're hoping is to just expand that slightly, just to give you that slightly wider smile. I always think Margot Robbie, Julia Roberts, people like that, they've got those lovely wide smiles.
Yeah.
How's that all sounding?
Perfect. So I am out of my first Invisalign appointment, and what you would have seen there was my treatment plan with Lydia, and I've got my first aligner in at the moment. It already feels a lot better, but I'm going to spend the entire 1 hour journey home basically talking to myself, just getting used to my mouth moving in this way. But instantly I feel so much like better with it, and we have a very, very short treatment plan, but we have the opportunity to really change it and tailor make it. So I feel really comfortable. Lydia is so lovely, and they really have worked so hard to accommodate someone who is a very, very sensitive dental patient and very, very picky. So really excited to start getting rid of this gap. And that's my little saliva swallow, because naturally when you start Invisalign you get a lot more saliva, so that's one of the things that I want to just continue talking, getting used to, and not having any issue with. But you might notice in my videos over the next few weeks that there is a little bit of a lisp. I personally don't think there's anything wrong with lisps, and it is just one of those things that happens when you maybe correct your teeth. And what she has said is that this is actually something that they would advise not just in a cosmetic sense for me, because currently my teeth, the front 2 on the top and the front 2 on the bottom, are competing and fighting and hitting each other quite a lot. What will happen is that will affect the enamel of those teeth, because they're going to constantly be hitting. And I have noticed that when I talk, sometimes I go to say something and my teeth clash. So it is something that she said that she thinks it is something that would not just be cosmetic advice to have this corrected anyway, and to start the process. So we're starting, and we're going to stick with it, but already I'm finding talking to you so much easier. So I'm just going to practice getting my mouth around it all, which is not a pun, it's the truth. I'm heading home now, so let's head home. I am back home, and I have been practicing my speech in the car, and I think we're okay. The dogs are being gargoyles. I am just making the dough because I have just made it back in time, I think, so shouldn't be too bad. I'm just going to do the water. Perfect. You like the smell of my little thingy? So I'm going to be making a loaf with Mrs. Patmore and a loaf with Daisy this evening, just to get my starter all kind of healthy again, and also making a loaf. Oh, that was what I was going to say to you. So much to tell you. First things first, I had the figures through from Fairfax and Favour on the launch. I also have 2 gargoyles for dogs, I apologise. And this is not something that brands typically divulge, in all honesty, and it's really, really welcome, and it really is a testament of character to Fairfax and Favour as a brand, because they have literally shared everything with me, and I am blown away. I'm absolutely blown away. Not just by how many of you signed up for the first launch, that was Barkley headbutting the wall. That was Barkley hitting the chair. I'm just going to let them get it out of their system. Warthogs. I think they may have finished. They've just run like crazy dogs outside. So they've shown me the figures. So not just the amount of you that signed up, and not just the amount of you that were on the website for launch. My mind is blown. I'm talking 6 figures almost on the website. That is nuts. Huge amounts signed up the first time, but the second time, oh my gosh, so the same amount and more has signed up since we launched the first amount of bags. So I'm just going to put it here now, because I had no idea before, but if the same amount and more of you have signed up this second time, I just want you to know that we have the same amount of bags as the last launch, and that's just me being perfectly honest. It's the same amount. These bags are handmade, so you have to understand that there's only so many that can be made at a certain amount of time, in a certain amount of time. And so I just want to manage your expectations and say that it's likely to be similar to last time. I don't make the rules. None of us could have predicted this. This is bigger than anything I've ever launched previously. So this is huge. So I just wanted to make sure that I've said it here because I want you lot to get the bags, basically. I don't want anyone that's not part of the audience. I want you lot to get them, okay? So that's what's super important to me now. But the other funny thing that I have noticed about these bags, and it's something that I never thought that I would experience again, but if you are a girly whirly like me and you have ever owned, or what am I looking for? A spatula. If you have ever owned a Birkin, you might own one now and you might be saying, Lydia, I'm only interested in Birkins, whatever. But if you've ever owned one, or you've owned a Kelly or something like that, or you've seen someone and you like the bags yourself, you'll know that there's sort of like, there's often a bit of a response, and someone will go, oh my God, is it okay if I like see her? I did it myself. I was exactly the same, like, can I hold her? Because, you know, the girly whirlies, they love their bags, and that's just the way that it is. Not all girly whirlies, but some of us. I never thought that I would experience that again, because I was obviously getting rid of all of my bags, and it's quite a thing that's like reserved for really special bags. It's what I knew, bags that you couldn't really like, you know, I don't know, I didn't think I'd experience it again. When people see my bag, even today at the dentist, Lydia is a handbag enthusiast. I'm still getting used to my race. She said hello to me, and then she said hello to my bag, and she was like, oh, I tried to get down to the store in Marlow, and there wasn't any left, and blah, 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 blah. And she was like, can I touch it? Can I hold it? And I'm like, of course. And so, yeah, for me, it's actually really lovely just seeing, first of all, how many people are aware of the launch, because sometimes you can launch things and it's like, you know. I definitely know. But when even, you know, the male dentist at the place where I went today was like, oh, nice bag. And I'm like, thanks. What have I got in my hair? Have I got stuff in my hair? Anyway. So, first loaf done. It is just a huge compliment, and I'm just so excited seeing so many of you like wearing them and enjoying them and tagging me and unboxing them. Like, I just love it. I absolutely love it. And of course, as with all of these things, like I stumbled across a video the other day, and it was on TikTok, because I am me, and inevitably if you make a video about me, the TikTok algorithm is likely to show me. And it was a video where someone was like, is anyone else a bit disappointed by the Lydia Millen collaboration? And I was like, oh, interesting. I'd love to know more about this. And so I listened to it, and it was like, you know, she sold all of her Hermes bags, and then she's just designed a bag that looks like an Hermes bag. And I honestly, I could just flash up at least 30 bags that have the same silhouette, that are timeless and beautiful bags. So that's just not really the thing that I was focused on. Because I can list, honestly, I think I sat there and I listed like at least 3 things or 5 things as to why you would design a bag that follows a formula of beautiful handbags that doesn't cost £10,000. And that's all I have to say about that. And so it's like, it's super interesting that there would be like, there's seeing this side that where people almost, I think, want to be a part of it, but the bags aren't for them. And just the fact that they're talking about it, I'm like, this is so cool. Because if it's one of those things where people that don't even want to buy the bags want to talk about it in public, guys, I think that's quite a big deal. It's all well and good when they want the bags, but if they don't want the bags and they're talking about it. Anyway, everyone's messaging me. Ali will be home in 15 minutes, just in time for me to make another dough and feed the dogs. Good afternoon. I am coming at you from my braces mouth. How are we doing? I feel like we're talking quite well, and I feel like my lisp is not as bad, and I feel very comfortable talking, so it's all good. I don't feel like it impacts my speech any more than me stumbling over my words does at the moment. So we're all good. I'm a little bit all over the place, I think, because of my cycle. I just want to curl up under a duvet and be quiet. Instead, I am socialising tonight, and I feel so grateful to be invited. I've just noticed that I've got a mark on my boob, which is just unfortunate, and I don't even want to think about it because it will set me off. But I am heading to the opera this evening with Hobbs. Basically, they have just launched their sort of black tie evening gown collection, and I am wearing one of the items which I worked on a little Instagram reel for it, and this was the dress that I thought felt a little bit out of my comfort zone, but also very black tie and also very different. So I'm going to show you it. It's a gorgeous red satin. I'll take off the stole because I'm taking that just to keep me warm. I really loved the fit of this though. I felt like this was really elegant, and I love the way it moves. And then I can obviously take the stole with me if I get cold. This is just from Arvel, and because I've got burgundy earrings, I feel like this is fine. But it's got this gorgeous sash detail at the back. I've got sucky innie pants on because, you know, you never know. I've not eaten a morsel all day because I have been rushing around like a crazy person. I have thrown my hair up into a bun. Don't look that way in my dressing room because it is an actual mess. And I need to pack my bag, so that's what I'm going to do first. This is absolute chaos. I am taking my Penhaligon's little atomizer, and then I'm also taking this little the Smooth Company wand. I picked this up in Ireland, I think it's an Irish brand, and just some makeup bits and pieces, my Swede and a foundation brush. I always take extra little velvet covered bobby pins. These are from Amazon, and they are amazing if your hair is quite slippy. They grip the hair so well. But the opera that we're going to see is 3 hours long, and it is Tosca, and it is Puccini's operatic thriller, which is so exciting, which centres kind of around the devastation of war. So probably be a bit of an interesting watch for a soft possum like me. But we're going to learn more when we get there. We've got dinner in the hotel. We've got kind of like a hotel suite to not get ready in, but like just chill and enjoy our time. So I'm going to jump in the car and head down to London. It's going to be a late one, I think, because it's 3 hours long. But I am so excited. I've never been to the opera before. This feels super, super like special, and to be wearing this new dress from Hobbs is such a treat. I will pop this down below, although I am going to have to try and get this off of my boob because I don't know what that is. I do have little, where are my little, these things? Sorry, this is the most chaotic leaving the house ever. I am going to try one of these first and foremost to see if we can get this out. This could make it worse. Please don't make it worse. It's got so much worse. Okay, I'm panicking now. Things can only get better, I think. Let's get my hairdryer. Oh, I think that's worked. Has that worked? No. Oh my God, I think I've made it worse. I think I've made it worse. I think I've made it worse. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Let's just start this. Let's just make it even worse. Oh my gosh, this is awful. This is awful. I'm gonna cry. Please don't cry, Lydia. Oh my God, don't cry. This is all my fault. It was just a tiny little one, and now it's a big one. Okay, oh my gosh, I think it's worked. Oh my gosh, okay. It has worked. Mostly. Just don't look too close. That's it, I'm not doing any more. That's almost ruined my evening. Let's go. Well, I have just arrived to my room at the Nomad that I am not staying in, but I have to like chill and get ready. I think it's such a good idea because it's like a way to get everyone here, everyone can chill. I'm gonna have some food before we go to the opera as well because I am very, very hungry. I'm not gonna lie, I've been struggling on the way down with my teeth. I think that they're really starting to like move now and I need to take a painkiller because they are a little bit spicy. Obligatory swallow of saliva. But I thought I'd show you my room anyway. I have just ordered some in-room dining. I've got the burger, of course, and chips. But I am in my little suite at the Nomad and I thought I'd show you around. So obviously a few little bits and pieces from the Hobbs team. And if there's one thing I love, it is the logo that Hobbs has. I think it is so classy and so sophisticated. We also have some bits and pieces from Elemis. I absolutely love Elemis. I think it's such a gorgeous brand and I haven't had their Pro Collagen Toning Mist for a very long time and I really love that. But also got a little something in here. What do we have? What is it? Oh my gosh, I am thinking it must be a little bit of jewellery. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. And I needed a little gold bracelet as well. Oh my gosh, I love the detail. This is going straight on my wrist. If you hadn't realised, I've just swapped to my phone so that I didn't have my bulky camera. So I'm going to put this gorgeous little bracelet on because I've got a cute little stack. I've got a little tennis bracelet, a little Cartier, and then a little Hobbs, which I just think is so beautiful. But look at that. What a perfectly classy stack. Looking like a snack. There we go. Gorgeous. Now, I did just say that I might even take my dress off because I could put my dressing gown on because look, if there's one thing I remember, it is that the bathrooms at the Nomad are gorgeous. So I could just take my outfit off, but Shana's just told me that basically there is only 2 other girls that are coming this evening. One is Anya Moss, who I've met so many times and I just think she is so lovely. And then I'm going to be meeting someone new who's called Lisa, and apparently she is like just trailblazing at the moment. So I'm really looking forward to meeting her as well. And we're just gonna have a very chilled evening together, which is just bloomin' lovely. I've just been taking so many selfies in the bathroom. I feel like such a snack. And my snack has arrived. Right, I need to shove this in my face and get ready to go. Oh my goodness, this is just exactly what I needed. This is just perfection. Perfection.